again, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Random Friday, and I am, once again, I've been having some fun playing with my Big Shot. Got my little dies over there, and I've been just kind of going through and picking stuff. We're going to work with the Chamel Head in the Clouds. I got this for $2.99. It is the 6x8 paper journaling pad. I do not have the 12x12 sheets, so I'm using cardstock that coordinates. I do have the die cuts, which are all kinds in here, and I did go through the paper pad, and I went and cut some stuff up and grabbed just a couple things from my stash. I also have the 12x12 cardstock sheet. So I am using this paper pad. And here are the pieces. I'm going to use this cloud die here to make my background out of these papers from that little generic paper pad. That is, well, I don't even know. It is so old it doesn't even have a date on it. It's very old. I think I got that at Walmart. But I pulled out these, and there are more papers in there if I need more, but I have like a whole stack of stuff that I die cutted extra. This is the picture. This is my grandpa. He has passed away. This was, funny story, my cousin, but he came along when I was like 12, and so I babysat him all the time, so he was my first baby boy, and then this is my son when he was a baby. So I'm going to put it on this Chamel piece of paper here, and I thought that the colors matched well. This is just from a paper stock from Michaels. And I want to put happy birthday right there, but I wanted it to match this. So I like roughly cut a hole in that, hence this piece up here. And I'm going to die cut that out of there. So I'm going to go ahead and get all this stuff die cut and kind of get an idea of what I want to do. And I will film, or I'll come back, or I might just put you on fast forward. And I'm not real sure. But anyway, well, you guys, I'll just take you on the trip with me, and we can all find out together what's going to happen. All right. So I did go ahead and die cut all of those pattern papers out with that little cloud die that I showed you. I did not make you watch me do all that. I'm going to layer this up just a smidge. It's going to take me quite some time to figure out the placement that I like, because I only have two that have a straight edge on them. Yeah, I should have been moving my die as I was doing it, but I didn't really think about it. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. So I'm filling that right there, and then I'm going to pull it up to the top, and then I'm going to move it back to the bottom. These were all out of that little cheapy pattern paper that I had in my stash for quite some time, so I did use those. It was actually pretty simple because all the pattern papers lined up together, and I ran it through one time, and it cut like butter. So that is how thin these little pattern papers are. So I am going to pull that out, and I'm going to start doing that right about there. Now I am going to get a couple down, and then I move it to the top, and then I realize, well, that's not going to work, and I move it back to the bottom. So you're going to see me fuss with this for a minute. So pull it to the top, but I'm going to work on that for just a bit. And then I'm going to realize that I don't have enough to span the gap all the way down. And I am just kind of using that little froggy paper from the Chamel Head in the Clouds as my guide to how far I need those to be over. Now you're going to see right here, I'm going to tear, oh yeah, I tear that. Remember I said I only had two with a straight edge. And then I'm like, oh, what did I just do? Nope. And I tore it. Way to go, Rebecca. So I'm going to stick that over there and pull that one up too, so I don't make the same mistake twice. And now I'm going to go ahead and just kind of layer those down. And like I said, because they have to be so close together because I cut such thin little strippy strips, I'm going to move it back down to the bottom, and I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go. But it's going to take me a bit to figure out I don't like it up there. I'm kind of counting, looking at how many I have, and I'm like, you know what? This is not going to work. It's not going to work. So let's just pull these all back up, because that's what I do. I'm going to move it down just a smidge. And I believe I move it down yet again. I'm pretty sure I do. At least I hope I do, because I'm still thinking it's up too high. But it might not be. It might not be. We're going to find out. I filmed this a couple days ago, so. And thought I voiced it over. And guess what? I did. I didn't at all. So I have to hurry up and voice it over. So I'm just going to get those down. And I'm just using my sticky adhesive, and I did go ahead, I don't know if you noticed that, but I noticed it after I did it. I put the adhesive on the wrong side, and instead of wasting the adhesive, because I'm just going to trim those off, and what the remainder is just going to go in the recycling bin. So I'm going to use that on the other side. It's fine. And all I'm trying to do is just get it to where you can't see my head. Apparently you can. It's where you can't see any of the teal paper that's coming out from the background. And that is just from a cardstock paper pad that I picked up at Michael's when they went on sale for $5. I picked up a whole bunch of them. I got all the colors, because you can never have too much 12 by 12 cardstock. And it's actually good quality cardstock. I mean, it's very decent weight. And these colors are beautiful. They're like a jewel tone, so they're all the deep colors. And my camera placement needs to be moved, because I am really, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and grab, I'm like, let me get this guy, and then I believe that, and I'm going to get him on there. And see how that little off piece that was hanging there, I knew it wasn't going to matter, because that little guy was going to come over there. So I'm going to kind of do the same thing. Just going to roll all the way down. Probably should sped this up a little bit. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah, that's just letting the little ruffly clouds just take center stage. And really, they are going to be the show here. They're going to be center. They're going to be the star of the show. I have a lot of die cuts. And I don't know about you guys, but I love them. I just never use them, because I forget. My Big Shot's under my desk. It's right there under my desk at my feet, and it's on a little shelf. My dies are behind me in a little, I believe it's a Darcy case that has the magnetic sheets in it. And I have it's chocked full, and there's a whole bunch in there. But I never remember that I have them. And I was doing something. I had pulled out I was going to do a layout with just stars, okay? And I had actually pulled out the die cut pack. And it sat on my little glass shelf there for about a week. And then I was like, oh my God, I need to be doing that layout. Like I had an idea to do. And I just kept I just kept doing other things. So once I did that, and I was like, oh, this is fun. And then I moved on to other ones. So it's totally great. I am going to add this one last piece right here, and that's why I pulled that up, but it's okay. I'm just going to put some more adhesive on that. The other side was just a little bit longer, and I kind of want it to have the feel that it's flowing across. Even though the pattern papers are not lined up and they're not in the same order, it's totally fine. That was not what I was going for. I just wanted to end in the same general vicinity. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere this little guy down. And I'm just going to lightly set him there. I'm going to grab my T-square ruler, because you guys know that's like my favorite tool ever. It's impossible to do anything without it for me. I envy you people. I envy you that can set them suckers down and they're straight. I cannot. Mine go cattywampus on me. I think my eyes are crossed or something. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that down. And then I'm going to grab my picture, because I do know where I want my picture to be. Oh, I lied. I'm not going to grab my picture. I'm going to go ahead and cut all these crazy things off. I end up accidentally just trimming a smidge of that jade cardstock there. It's all right. You're not going to be able to tell. It's fine. It's going in a page protector. So I'm going to go a little bit more careful on this side, and I get it. I actually don't get it well enough. I went too careful, but it's okay. All right, now you remember that hole's there because I went ahead and cut that out so that I could die cut out the happy birthday. But there's a little bit of adhesive that is sticking through that. I didn't seal it off, and it takes me a minute to remember that because I'm like, why is this thing sticking? Like my page is sticking to the paper, right? That's why. So here's the happy birthday that I cut out of that hole. And then I do have to grab the die to see which one. Well, I don't grab the die. I look at the die. No, I do grab the die. And I'm trying to see which way the H is supposed to go. And I'm going to go ahead and grab my fine liner bottle that has my favorite wet adhesive, which is the Art Glitter Glue. And I'm going to go ahead and use that to get the appy of Happy down. Then I'm going to go put the happy in it. Sorry. I apologize. And then I'm going to get the Earth Day before I get the bee onto the birthday. And it actually fits nicely in there. I'm going to tuck it right in that vicinity, and then the bee is going to go on. And I'm going to grab some random ephemera because this is Random Fridays, remember, so it's all random stuff. And I grab this is a camera off of the Head in the Clouds 12 by 12 cardstock sheet. I'm going to grab this little scooter. Not real sure where the Scooty's from, but he's going in this layout because I think he matches. These little glasses, I think they match. I'm going to tuck them in the clouds too. Why not? My grandpa wears glasses. My son wears glasses. It totally works. I'm going to go ahead and pop up this little round circle, and it says he on it. I believe this is an Illustrated Faith, and I think that's where the little Scooty and the glasses come from, as well as an Illustrated Faith collection, and I just used what I could. But I'm going to use he because, Grandpa, it worked. In my mind, it worked, and I'm going to put some adhesive on here, and I'm going to be like, where in the world do I want to put this little thing? So I am going to fuss around with it and move it from here and there, and I'm going to pull it and move it and stick it, and it's going to end up going in that vicinity, I believe. Hi, Sam said, I'm trying some different things, but it's not working. I don't like it up there. I'm going to go down one more row. Oh, no, I'm going to stick it there. I thought I went down one more. I lied. I'm going to go ahead and put some foam on these little glasses. And at first, I think I'm only going to do 3, and I don't really know if that's... I thought I did 4. And I'm going to skip these things because I just love them when they're all over my house. Did you guys do that? Did you guys find those little backers everywhere? I'm going to tuck it into that part of the cloud. I am going to go ahead and just use some ATG to just get this stuck down flat. I'm going to tuck him into the clouds. So maybe it's not clouds. Maybe these are bushes. I don't really know. I don't really know what I was thinking. I was just doing something different. I was being random, and you can't get much more random than this layout, right? I did fussy cut that out, and I'm not going to lie to you. I fussy cut all those little bitty peaks and valleys, and then I just covered up. It was great. I'm going to look for a place to put this, and I believe that does not make it onto the layout. No, it went bye-bye. I'm going to go ahead and cut that little piece off, and I believe that I go in and try to trim. Yep. I'm going to use the other part of it. I'm going to stick it over here because it worked. I don't know. And then I'm like, oh, you know what? I need to cover up this sticky. And I was going to do washi, but I was like, that's a lot of washi. That little tape dispenser there is from Close to My Heart. If anybody is interested in that, just leave me a comment below, and I can leave you a link to where you can get that. It works really well. I used to use like a little cheapo one, but I think it was only like $5.95. So it wasn't like didn't break the bank, but yeah, it works fabulous. Just like a little roll of tape, only it's washi. If you probably have a tape dispenser, you could probably use that, and it would probably work just the same as this. But this is cute, and it's black, and it matches everything else. And all my desk supplies, like my file folders and stuff like that, they're all black, so it worked. It matched. I was pretty darn happy with it. I'm gonna go ahead and make sure those are all firmly placed down. I'm gonna flip the layout back over. I'm going to tap my fingers, and the last thing that I'm going to do is grab some of this homemade black splatty stuff. I don't even know what you want to call it. It does not have any shimmer. It is just black acrylic paint with some alcohol and water. And after that, I'm not going to do anything else to the layout. Go ahead and give me a thumbs up if you like my randomness. Click the subscribe button to see more fun from me. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.